Wow, that's an amazing audience. Assalamu alaikum. Super excited to be here with you today to tell you about our data and AI journey. Maps look simple when they work. You search, you route, you arrive. But behind every accurate place detail, every detailed road geometry, and every helpful street view, there is a messy reality. The world is constantly changing all the time, and the truth is split between different imperfect signals. In the West, it can seem like a solved problem to build maps. There are different map providers offering high-quality data. But to build a map for Saudi, here, هنا في السعودية, it's a totally different story. The country is growing at an extraordinary pace. New projects everywhere. Cities are growing and expanding day by day. And when we reached out to the different existing providers, we were shocked. We found districts that are fully demolished in Mecca still there in their data. Streets that had been open for months weren't yet there. So we figured out that in order to build the map that Saudi deserves, there is only one way. We have to start building from scratch. ونسمي الله.
نحن في سيارة هدهد، السيارة هذه متميزة في الوطن العربي من حيث المواصفات، فيها 360 كاميراز توضح لك فيها محيط السيارة بالكامل، ثانياً عندك اللي هي البيفد كاميراز اللي هي تصور لك الطرق والتفاصيل اللي موجودة فيها، عندك كمان الميزة الثالثة اللي هي الليدار واللي هي يطلق لك 4 مليون بوينت في الثانية. طيب ميزة الكاميرات، عندك الآن 6 كاميرات، الوضوح في الكاميرا 72 ميجا بكسل، عندك كمان نسبة الأبسولوت أكريسي توصل معانا ل 3 ل 2 سنتيمتر. التصوير عندنا يعتمد على طريقتين، يا أننا ناخذها عن طريق المسافة أو عن طريق اللي هو الجزء بالثاني. طبعا بالمواصفات هذه نقدر نوصل لأوضح صور ممكنة وبدقة عالية جدا. طبعا هذا كله سيارة هدهد.
شكرا زياد. Thanks to the whole team, we have accumulated more than 500 terabytes. Between street view data, satellite imagery, and every single data source that we could get a hold of. But now, after we have accumulated all those different data sources, we asked ourselves a question: how can we make use of all of this data? In my previous roles, handling and processing large-scale data was straightforward. We would ship this data to Dublin or Frankfurt, use the latest cloud tools, and start building. But here, we had to make a different choice. Every single byte stored, processed, and trained here on Saudi soil. It's a decision that made our team awake for months, but it's now the backbone of everything we do. We have built our infrastructure on the same foundations used by the large-scale tech players. Facebook, Netflix, Amazon, you name it. It's the same open source big data tools that we are leveraging at HudHud. Now that we have all those different data infrastructure needed, we can start mapping. But for Saudi, a country the size of all of Western Europe combined, more than 450,000 kilometers of street network that needs to be mapped, and north of 1 million places that needs to be captured, we are facing another interesting challenge. Either we go and hire an army of different mappers and surveyors, or we hope that AI can save us. But hiring an army of people isn't really scalable. That's not what we are here to do at HudHud. And throwing AI is something that we tried. But we figured out that state-of-the-art AI doesn't understand our environment. And even when tuned, we cannot guarantee 100% accuracy. So we had to take a third route. I think we should stop here.
يعني كنز بالنسبة لنا. جوجل شارع إذا أعطاك سبيد ليمت كويس إحنا نبي نروح فردر ينكود أغلب اللي في الشارع. فإذا مشيت في الشوارع العامة تبي تشوف كثير من اللوحات، مثلا الممر المشاة، المطبات، ممنوع يمين، ممنوع يسار، مواقف ذوي الاحتياجات الخاصة، في 60 كلاس أو يمكن أكثر. واكتشفنا أشياء عن الساينس في الرياض أن تراها مهب يونيفورم، يعني المطبات لوح بالآلاف. بطريقة أنك تجيب موديل يطلع لك إياها. سوينا الاتريشن الأولى، طلع لنا ريزلتس نص نص، أخذنا الأوتبوت نظفناه، فيدت باك، سوينا هذا الاتريشن في 3-4 مرات، فصار بريسيجن تقريبا 90%، ريكول فوق 95%. هذا الجزء الأول اللي هو بس نطلع إنه في ساين في الإيمج. في نقطة ثانية اللي هي وينها في الخريطة هذه الساين، فلقينا طريقة يسمونها تراينجليشن زي إذنك وشلون تعرف أماكن الأشياء، يطلع لك نقطة في الأخير عن مكان تقريبي اللي كان كافي بالنسبة لنا. الشيء الثاني كان عندنا تشالنج حق البي او ايز، فقلنا السيارة قاعدة تمشي تصور، ممكن احنا نجيب موديل يطلع لوحة المتجك، يسوي لها او سي ار، تاخذ البوكس هذا حق اللوحة، طلع التكست اللي فيه اسم بالعربي، في اسم انجليزي، في ارقام تليفون، في ويب سايت، احيانا في تويتر هاندل كذا، يعني فصل. بالنسبة للابواب، هذا الموديل من الموديلز الجديدة اللي صراحة فيها تطور كبير، اللي يسمونها فيجن لانجويج موديلز. حفرنا في الموضوع يمكن شهرين إلى ما وصلنا إلى ريزلتس كويسة، فوق 90% من أبواب المنازل تطلع. إذا ضغطت على المربع حق اللي فيه بيتك يبيطلع لك دوائر خضراء بيبان، تقدر تشوف الأبواب، تسوي لها شير. وهذا من باب إني أنا الله يعافيك. شكرا.
شكرا دكتور فهد. All those amazing features that you have seen are coming from our in-house AI models, our computer vision pipelines. But yet, they still have to be conflated with all the other data sources we have. The GPS probes that we are collecting, the user report that we are getting from our users every day, the data feeds that we have from our partners, and the data that we have captured from the internet for the different businesses. Why? Because remember, truth is distributed among many imperfect signals. Let's take places as an example. Different businesses close, others open. Ramadan comes and the working hours has to change. New events are emerging every day. And in order to keep our users' trust, we have to keep our places data up to date. So the question now is, how can we leverage all those different signals to keep our places data up to date?
ممتاز، سؤال ممتاز، الله يعطيك العافية. خلينا أحكي لك القصة من البداية. actually لما ابتدينا لقينا إنه المشكلة مش في إيجاد الداتا. How do we make sense of this data? How do we put it all together in one place? الداتا اجتنا بفورمات مختلفة، فيديوز، ويب بيجز، CSVs. How do we get all of this data in one location? فبقى we build our own. HudHud Places platform ecosystem of AI-powered softwares. All work together towards one goal, keeping the places of a POI updated and showing all of this to the users. So the process technically starts with a standardization agent that would actually transform the incoming data into our own standard. The second step technically is our quality agent. Reject this point if it's not to our standard. The third stage technically is the conflation stage. بتحقق هل هي النقطة اللي جايين جديدة، هل هو موجود عندي already في الداتابيز، هاي الداتا كلها بتجت merged. وبالأخير البلاتفورم، في عندنا الستيج الأخيرة اللي هي بنسميها البلاتفورم جيت. نحن do the platform automatically accept this place to actually be published, or do we need like our GIS experts to look at it again? Sometimes it gets referred to the GIS expert and they can verify through the platform with various tools. We deeply integrated also with our street view imagery, but sometimes they still cannot verify actually. Because let's say we have a point inside a mall. So that's where our survey team comes into play with application, trust application. They can actually go check and actually provide us with the inputs from their end. الله يعافيك. غطينا كل شيء يمكن، صح؟ حبيبي.
شكرا محمود. The same pattern you saw here applied to our places data is actually applied on every single map layer we have. We are learning from the different signals we are collecting from our cars, surveyors, partners, in order to make sure that our map can update all the time. And in order to ensure that this process can continue all the time, we have built our own platform. We call it the Map Generation Platform. It's the arena where AI and agents can generate map changes. Humans can validate when needed, and every correction ensures that our models are getting better all the time. Humans ensure that we have the trust, and AI and agents give the scale and speed. The platform is the loop that connects the impose to give us a living creature, our map. We didn't just map Saudi. We built the machine that keeps Saudi mapped all the time. Are we done here? Not yet. I'm happy to announce that HudHud is the first Saudi company to ship HD maps, a new generation of maps that enable autonomous driving vehicles to run across the whole kingdom. With less than 5 centimeter relative accuracy, we're fulfilling the requirements of all the different autonomous driving operators in the region. You heard Seer as one of them, but we have others also ongoing as we speak. Thanks to Qusay and the rest of the team for the hard work to get us here, and thank you all for listening.